Hello guys, and welcome back to another Napoleon Total War multiplayer replay as we are on the map Pyramid, as you can tell. Basic desert. So, guess we'll do the quick unit rundown. I have 4 or 5 Voltigears, I think. Okay, 5 Voltigears, and then 1 militia unit, and the rest being Fusiliers. Never mind, I got 2 Old Guard, the rest being Fusiliers of the line. I like going Fusiliers all but, and then obviously a general staff to end it. So going fast forward a bit till we get to some action, and then after we're done with the deployment phase, just go ahead and show you guys his army. I don't remember how long it took. Apparently it took a while, because still waiting. There we go, okay. Go in. Play it. Okay. Hungarian Fusiliers. He's got Karl Schwarzenberg. Looks like this is general. He has about 2 cav units. Well, the other one's over there. Uhlans and Hungarian Hussars. And then he's got some Hungarian Fusiliers, Landschützen. And then he has 2 artillery pieces. He's got 2 12-pounder foot artilleries. He's also got German Fusiliers mixed in with the Hungarians. And then another Landschützen. Landschützen. I'm doing a map spin. Okay, fast forward a bit more until we get into some combat. So we're going to begin a main rush towards this hill. I'm not really going to rush, but you can see what my line's looking like at the moment. I'm going to try and curve the arc right here. Then I eventually decide to move some troops up here. Then I kind of move them over here. My men are going to be tired by the time they get to the top of the hill. See, I'm trying to beat them to the front of the town, but that's not going to happen. This whole entire flank is walking and running. Then that's when I think I'm about to reposition them. And you see I'm being hit by the artillery. Took a couple of casualties. Looks like about 3, 5. There'll be more to come for casualties. And then I make this move, moving the flank over. I'll end up putting a Voltigear unit up here. Up. That's what it sounded like I was about to say. So I'm gonna go and push play. That would have been about a 60-minute match, but it's not gonna take 60 minutes. And then my Fusiliers of line might start opening fire. I don't know yet. I don't think they're in range just yet. They're about to be in range. There we go. First volley has been fired. Then I think that's when, yeah, I put these Voltigears on the flank. That'll put covering fire. Just fire on this flank of this Fusilier. I have one last Fusilier of line that's taking his time getting up the hill. And this is where the main piece of the battle is going to take for quite a bit of the time. See, I'm just pushing up. I'm going to try to outflank him, and I have a little flat set over there. Oh, I did not notice the Jaegers.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest.
Yes, I know they're tired. Because they've been climbing hills for the last hour. Just kidding, it has been an hour, but So with the force of fire from both Voltigears and Fusiliers line, their numbers are dropping quickly, and then about to have another amount of fire coming from this other Fusilier of line as soon as it gets in to position. And that's when I start to push this flank a bit farther, push up a bit more. So all my Fusiliers in line. Then my old guard, my 2 old guard are over there. Then I'm slowly pushing up with my Voltigeurs up here. They're all walking. And yep, the Jaegers have routed with only 30 men remaining. These Hungarian Fusiliers are going to start dropping like flies. Fire of 2 units onto it. It's not going to last long. And this unit's just getting chopped up too. I kind of forgot about this unit of Fusiliers, but I'll eventually notice and take them back. And I kind of don't know why. Kind of overran the line there. I was going to try to reform it right there. I just decided to draw that unit backwards. As they begin to charge, but their numbers are dropping so quickly, they're just as soon as they hit the line, they're going to rout. Not even before they hit the line. And then I counter charge. Those Jaegers have routed over there. And this flank has been won, except for this unit right here. And this is another area where the main combat is taking place. Melee charge happened here. My Fusiliers of line against some German Fusiliers. And my old guard is taking position up here. Both of them.
Our men are running, sir!
I just lost. They routed. And we're being overwhelmed. Then I'll take notice of this soon enough. And then I got charged again over here. I'm going to charge these men in against these German Fusiliers. And they're going to rout right after I get them into the charge. I think that's actually just what was remaining of that line anyways. And then they rout. And then this unit's pretty depleted, but it still can fight. And this is when I decide to move this set of units upwards. I didn't really completely forget about that unit. And then I charged up that one unit up here that was back here to these Jaegers, kind of getting cut up by the German Fusiliers. And then they charged my Fusiliers over here, and I didn't notice, so they got a good charge in. Yeah, that was a really close hit to my line. And then I noticed the cav charge. I draw my Voltigeurs back, and my line keeps them from getting hit. And I do form squares, so I'm going to cut up his Uhlans before too much damage is done. And you see a couple of units did come back. You know, Hungarian Fusiliers and Landshützen. And we broke these Jaegers in the melee. They're completely gone. I'm going to charge these men in against these German Fusiliers. And my Voltigeurs did open fire on this frontal flank. So I'm cutting them down quickly.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Then I begin to push this flank up a bit farther. Just take out whatever's remaining of their forces on this flank. There. I'm only playing against one player. Ha ha ha. Funny. See the carnage that has happened here. Decent amount of it. And then just start cutting down this unit. Yeah, it was just standing there though. It's good. I didn't really push this flank too much farther forward. And you see I'm just letting, yep, there we go. Hungarian Fusilier, start saying Fusilier, trying to forget about it though. He's gonna get cut up by my militia, but they are gonna get charged. Kinda hits my Voltigeurs right there. It's supposed to mainly hit my Fusiliers / militia. And then I push my Voltigeurs back because of this cavalry charge. Of course, militia can't form square, plus it was already in melee combat, so this flank is gonna start falling
Our
to the
men are
cab.
running, sir.
So yeah, they routed right away. My militia did. This is basically where the main piece of combat is now. That other flank has fallen. This could be a perfect time counter for me. About 10 minutes. There's land shootings. What am I saying? Land shooting. Still firing on us. As you see, I'm just trying to hold this flank, but these units are just going to keep routing. It's only Voltigeurs and Fusiliers. Hungarian Hussars aren't really dropping their numbers much at all. Kind of
Our
being
men are running, sir.
flanking fire. There go the Voltigeurs, like I was thinking. And then I'm starting to push up with this amount of units onto their flank, which isn't really going to go farther than that. And then that square kind of got hit with a couple of cannonballs, but it doesn't really matter because there's really no cab to bother with it. And then I was kind of letting these guys sit here. Well, this flank is kind of fallen at this point. But all there is left is light infantry, one line unit, and cav. And 2 cannons. Plus the general. Just sitting back here, enjoying his tea. That unit's still sitting back there. Yeah, I kind of let my Voltigeurs get cut up right there. I don't know why I did that. I was, like I said, I was going to try to, I didn't say, but I was going to try to make a kind of a flanking force to kind of keep these at bay, but that didn't work. So, my old guard is going to end up cutting these guys up and making them rout. That's kind of why I pushed the flank up a bit, so I can just start firing at closer range against these guys. So my old guard are going to get ready to fire here in a second. And there they go. Yep, just getting absolutely slaughtered right there. And there they go. His last line unit has just faltered. And then the cav is just going to run off into the distance. It will eventually come back. No, it doesn't come back, but it just routes on its way back to charge. These artillery are just going to keep on firing at me off in the distance. For some reason he's firing canister shot. I don't know why. Canister doesn't do anything from a distance. Yeah, as you can see, the battle has progressed from here to up here to up there. Yeah, it was a good battle. Those Jaegers charge my old guard. Of course, they're going to fall to that. And I noticed that cav unit was kind of going towards my general. Yep, that's when I move him. So I knew that that cav unit was just going to try to go after him. So all of his infantry has routed. All there is left is cav, two cannon units, and his general. Now I move this line infantry all the way over there. I don't know why. Wasn't going to make much of a difference. Just trying to keep the cav off of me. See, still have a good force right here. Low on morale. That infantry unit came back. I believe I'm going to turn around to oppose him. So my men are kind of getting hit by canister. Not really, but they are getting hit enough. And then they just randomly rout again. They did have only 55 men, so you can see how I have my random lines right now. See, I'm just trying to flank around
the men
cannons.
are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
These canister shots just gonna keep on trying to get my men annoyed. And just gonna keep going around. That's basically all I do. Just ran him out of canister shot. Just gonna fast forward it just a bit. There's no really worries about this cav off in the distance. Hungarian hussars. And then my men just make an exhausted charge towards the cannons, which is going to take forever. And that's when he charges his general in, which is going to rout my Voltigeurs, both of them. I did put my old guard into squares, which then I noticed that's going to make it easier for them to hit us with canister shot. So yeah, a couple men just did drop canister shot, which the distance isn't very accurate. A couple of men dropped. And that's when I did notice that the cab unit was beginning to kind of make its way back. And then here's the main charge of the old guard into the cannons. Very tired and exhausted, but my old guard makes a valiant charge into the artillery, ever so slowly, but they will get there. But they will be hit with canister shot. Dropping their numbers by a lot. All canister shot. Just did right there. Well, my old guard are still going to make it there without routing, and we're going to end up taking out these cannons, both of them with both units. And that's when I began to move that little amount of units up. And then, yeah, canister shot just ate up that unit too. Then there goes the artillery as he just charges in against my old guard. And he just got stabbed in the gut. And he just got stabbed. And then they all are out. 8 of them left. And then the general charged in valiantly.
A glorious victory, sir.
Then he
to be yours.
will rout in a second. There's one of his guys. And there he goes. And then that cav unit just routed. So that is the end of the battle, and we kill this general. You see, deployed 2,664 to 1,872. So I did have a substantial amount of numbers against him, and we lost about the same amount of men. Unit statistics. Fusilier of the Line got a lot of kills. That one too. Old Guard, of course, got a lot of kills too. So, guess that'll end it there, you guys. See you in the next multiplayer battle. Peace.